and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert's Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. As we continue on the road to NXT TakeOver New Orleans, I have the 10 best NXT Women's Championship matches. Of the 18 takeovers, the NXT Women's title has been defended at every single takeover. The only title to do that. So out of those 18 matches I went through and I came up with what I thought is the 10 best. Number 10 comes from NXT TakeOver War Games. A fatal four-way to crown the new NXT Women's title. Once Asuka had her 523-day title run, it was ended due to, which they never talk about, due to her broken collarbone. And while she was recovering from that, she relinquished the title, moved on to Monday Night Raw. Now she's on SmackDown. So we needed a new women's champion. So we had Ember Moon, who had two fantastic matches versus Asuka and losses, versus Kairi Sane, who won the inaugural Mae Young Classic, versus one half of the beautiful people I call them, the iconic duo of Peyton Royce, along with Sanity's own Nikki Cross. An amazing fatal four-way women's match, which Ember Moon came away with the championship. Just like this guy said in the NXT TakeOver War Games preview, go back and watch it. I gave that match 3.5 stars. Number 9 on this list, one of 4 Asuka matches. No wonder Asuka is number 1 of my women's ranking, or number 2 of my women's ranking matches. Only number 2 to Charlotte. So, number 9, TakeOver Dallas. Asuka defending her title versus Bayley in a 3 3/4 star match. Now I'm going to tell you, every one of these matches, Bayley, Sasha Banks, Ember Moon, Asuka, Charlotte. That's it. So number 9, Dallas, Asuka versus Bayley, 4-star match. Number 8, Unstoppable, TakeOver Unstoppable, Sasha versus Becky Lynch. Sasha Banks retaining her NXT Women's title in a 4-star match. And NXT TakeOver Rival, the first Fatal 4-Way Women's match, which had the 4 horsewomen of NXT, Bayley, Charlotte Flair, who was champion, versus Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch. Sasha Banks winning the NXT Women's title in a 4-star match. Number 6, NXT TakeOver, the very first TakeOver show for the crown the inaugural NXT Women's title champion. We had Charlotte Flair versus Natalya. The Flairs versus the Hearts in a 4-star match. Charlotte won. At Brooklyn 2, Asuka defeated Bayley to retain her title, just like at TakeOver Dallas. This one, instead of 3 3/4, was a 4-star match. TakeOver Respect, we had a 30-minute Iron Woman match. We had champion Bayley defending the title versus Sasha Banks. I gave it 4 1/4. Brooklyn 3 was a rematch from TakeOver Orlando last year. Both of them had Ember Moon versus Asuka. Both of them were 4 1/4 star match to me. Asuka retained her title in both of them. It's not 2-3 to me. It's more 2A, 2B. These two matches were similar. They were both fantastic. 2 of the greatest women's wrestlers in NXT TakeOver history. Not the top 2. 2 of the greatest. If you look at my WWE Women's Rankings, which that was one of the first videos of the year, flip through it here in my book. I got it right here in my book. Number 1 was Charlotte. Number 2 was Asuka. Number 3, Sasha Banks. Number 4, Paige, before she had a career-ending injury. Number 5, Becky Lynch. Number 6, Ember Moon. Number 7, Bayley. So, yeah. And then the greatest NXT Women's Championship match at TakeOver came from Brooklyn 1, Bayley versus Sasha Banks. I gave it 4.5. Bayley winning the women's title for the first time. Now, NXT TakeOver New Orleans, looks like we have a rematch from NXT TakeOver Philadelphia. Unfortunately, it's not going to be equal to the Ember Moon Asuka rematch, because Shayna Baszler and Ember Moon at TakeOver Philadelphia, I gave it like 2.5. Not a big Shayna Baszler fan. I'm hoping she learns more wrestling. But as we've been seeing on NXT Weekly, she beat Kairi Sane, who she lost to for the Mae Young Classic Finals. I'm assuming they're basically just going to reverse everything she's done. She lost to Kairi Sane, she just beat her. She lost to Ember Moon, she'll beat her. Ember Moon looks like probably move up to the main roster after Mania. So we'll see what happens there. I look at Shayna Baszler being main roster by Survivor Series. And as I do the NXT TakeOver New Orleans preview, I'll tell you what my thought process is with that. So then we'll wrap up the NXT Women's Title 10 Best Matches as we continue the road to NXT TakeOver New Orleans, parallel to the road to WWE WrestleMania. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great day, have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.